Okay guys, Bottle Freak here, and I'm going to be showing you all the finds that I found at the beach. Shortly after I made that first video, a lot of people came. They came with their kids, they were playing in the playground, on the beach, in the sand. You know, it turned out to be a fairly warm day after, even though I had a coat on, it warmed up pretty good. And people were coming through walking their dogs, so I didn't really videotape after that. But I dug a lot of holes, and I had a few people following me around for a while. But I ended up with, you can see that, I ended up with 65 pennies. None of them are wheats. I didn't separate the copper from the clad, I just piled them all in a pile. I'll separate them a little later. Okay, on to the next. I only found 3 nickels. I found 16 clad dimes. And then I also found 9 clad quarters. Okay, not too bad. Considering it's supposed to have been hunted a lot. Even though I did get that Merc, it seemed like there was still a lot of change there. And from what I understand, there's still at least 15 to 20 feet of sand for the beach that's still underwater, because I'm in New York State and the snow is still melting off and the lake is still high. So I'm going to give it a week or two, then go back and see what more targets might be exposed after the water level drops. Okay, I also found 2 more Matchbox cars. This one's kind of neat, this little Jeep. And then this little car. Alright, add them to my collection. And found this little flashlight. It's not an expensive flashlight. The batteries were dead. I put new batteries in it, and it does work. So that's something I can put in my truck and be able to use that. Alright. Now, I understand Gravedigger Max refers these as being gray matter. Well, I managed to find some of your gray matter here, and it was buried in the sand along with the bobber. Okay, now on to the best finds. About a half an hour after I got that Merc, I was right on the edge of the water, and I came across this beautiful coin here. A 1903 plain Barber $half. Oh my god, I just can't believe these coins were out there. Earlier in the year, I did find a 1904 Barber in the park across the street from my house. I've never found a silver half, and now this year I found 2 silver Barber $half. And even if I don't find anything halfway decent the rest of the season, I've already found 2 Barber halves. That to me, that's can't get much better than that. And this Merc, in the video I said I was a 41, which I did forget my glasses. I won't do that again. It's actually a 43, so I was close. Okay, and just so you can see, this is that. Try the camera to focus. This is the 1904 Barber half that I found earlier in the season in the park across the street. It's turning out to be a really great season so far. That Fisher F4 finds them, they can't hide. Okay, a few curious finds is I did find this. Nothing spectacular, just a hair barrette. Okay, I found this vial. It was buried about 6 inches deep. somebody had put a number 5 on the top, and it had this fake $5 bill in there. I was going to throw it away in the trash on the way out, and then when I went like this, there was something inside the vial. There were a lot of people around, so I waited till I got home to open it, and when I did, inside I found a penny. It's, nothing spectacular, so I put it back in the vial and left it as that, and about an hour later I went back and opened it up and looked at it again. Somebody has scribed the number 174 across the face of the penny. Now, I don't know what that means or why they would do that, but apparently it had some meaning to somebody, and they put it in this vial and either buried it or lost it in the sand. Now, I did find these 2 Mexican coins on the beach. This is a 5 centavos piece, and this is it's 5 pesos or something like that. I have no idea exactly what value that would be. But it said Spain on the internet, but I do believe it's probably Mexican, just like this other coin. Now, one other thing I did find while I was fishing in a local parking lot at a gas station, I found this 925 silver ring. Now, it is stamped in there somewhere. This camera doesn't focus well, but it is in there somewhere, and it is 925. But it was just laying in the parking lot up against the wall where they had pushed the snow this winter, and it just melted. And I was walking along and looked down, and there it was laying up against the wall. That is a good find. So I'm well on my way to finding a lot more silver than I did last year. Now, my goal, which I made this little sheet up, is 50 silver coins. Now, as of this last hunt, I had found 6, which brought it down to 44. Now I found 2 more, which gives me a total of 8, and which leaves me with 42 silver coins still left to be found to make my goal. Now, I do believe the season just started here, that I'll be able to meet this goal and possibly go past it. I want to thank everybody for watching my videos, and I have a lot more hunts